For many years now, critics of the British monarchy have argued that royal patronages of charities is merely symbolic, a superficial exercise that adds little real value. Anti-monarchists in particular frequently insist that the royal family does nothing for the country, and that their charitable involvement is window dressing. But when you examine the evidence, the financial impact, the reach of their patronages, and the outcomes for people directly helped, it becomes clear that royal patronages are not only meaningful, but in many cases vital. So what is the scale and significance? Well, members of the royal family collectively serve as patrons or presidents for over 1,000 charities and organisations across the UK and the Commonwealth, and that is according to the royal.uk, which is their official website. According to Giving Evidence, a research organisation focused on philanthropy, approximately 26% of all royal engagements are dedicated to charitable causes. Importantly, charities themselves report the real difference royal support makes. A 2019 survey alone found that 42% of donors said they would be more likely to give to a charity if it had a royal patron. That influence is not trivial at all. It represents millions of pounds in potential donations and support that may never have reached these causes without royal involvement. Now, first up, we're going to speak about King Charles, and he so far has supported loads and loads of charities throughout his life so far, and also supported innovation and initiatives as well. Before his ascension, King Charles, then Prince of Wales, built a portfolio of charities that raised an extraordinary $100 million annually to support young people, education, heritage and the environment, and that's according to royal.uk again, their official website. The most famous of these, the Prince's Trust, which is now the King's Trust, has helped over 1 million young people since its founding in 1976. Its programmes focus on getting disadvantaged youth into jobs, education or training. Independent evaluations have shown 3 in 4 young people supported by the Trust move into work, educational training within 3 months. Some people may ask, well, how does this benefit the UK? Well, the Trust in particular generates an estimated 1.4 billion in value for society through its work, and that is according to the Prince's Trust Impact Report back in 2020, and it's likely gone up since then, according to reports. Without King Charles's vision and persistence, this charity simply would not exist, and it wouldn't be there to help these young people from disadvantaged backgrounds. Like always, these people would be forgotten about by the government. Meanwhile, the Princess of Wales has deliberately chosen long-term patronages in areas such as early childhood, addiction and mental health. As patron of Action on Addiction, she has raised awareness about recovery and family support since 2012. The charity also credits her with helping to break stigma and expand its reach. Most recently, her Shaping Us campaign on early childhood has united academics, charities and policymakers around the importance of the first 5 years of life, work described by experts as potentially transformative for the British society. So that is only just part of what she does. Her patronages are not ceremonial, they are part of a sustained strategy to change how the country views childhood and mental health, and loads more things in particular. Right, up next we've got Prince William. Now, as heir to the throne, Prince William, the Prince of Wales, has carved out a distinctive path by focusing on mental health, homelessness and the environment, causes that reflect both continuancy with past royal duty and a modern sense of urgency. Through the Royal Foundation alone, Prince William has been at the forefront of campaigns such as Heads Together, which normalised national conversations about mental health. The initiative reached millions across the UK, encouraging people to speak openly about well-being and reduce stigma around conditions like anxiety, depression and schizophrenia. Charities involved in the campaign reported surges in engagement and demand for services following his public advocacy. His environmental advocacy as well builds on the work of his father, King Charles III, but with a generational lens aimed at inspiring young people and uniting global leaders. The Earthshot Prize has brought together governments, businesses and NGOs in ways few individuals could achieve, underscoring the convening power of the monarchy. And the impact of Prince William's patronages is tangible. Charities under the Heads Together umbrella reported significant increases in public engagement and funding. Centrepoint and Homewards have helped shift the national conversation on homelessness, from crisis response to prevention. And the Earthshot Prize has already invested millions in transformative environmental projects, with solutions reaching communities across the world. Far from being ceremonial, Prince William's involvement has generated practical results, drawn global attention to critical issues, and ensured that charities and causes under his patronage have both stability and the resources to expand. In doing so, the Prince of Wales has proven that royal patronage can be both modern and deeply effective. And then we've got Queen Camilla. Now, she has taken on difficult but vital issues, particularly around domestic violence and sexual assault. She is a long-time patron of organisations such as Save Lives, which support survivors of domestic abuse. Her public advocacy has been described by the charity as game-changing, bringing unprecedented attention to a hidden issue. In 2020, she launched the Wash Bag Project for sexual assault survivors, which has now provided thousands of essential items for women attending sexual assault referral centres across the UK. This is not symbolic, it is measurable and practical help for vulnerable people. Now moving on to Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh. In 2023, King Charles III granted the title of the Duke of Edinburgh to his younger brother, Prince Edward, on his 59th birthday. This was more than symbolic. Prince Edward had been closely tied to the Duke of Edinburgh's award for decades, serving as a trustee and international ambassador long before inheriting the title. Under his stewardship, the award continues to reportedly grow, reaching millions of young people across 144 countries. Prince Edward has ensured the scheme adapts to modern challenges, opening doors for disadvantaged youth and reinforcing his father's vision of resilience, community service and opportunity. Working alongside her husband, Sophie the Duchess of Edinburgh has become one of the most respected members of the royal family for her dedication and low-profile effectiveness. She champions causes including preventing avoidable blindness around the world, supporting survivors of sexual violence and conflict, and promoting disability rights and inclusivity. Yes, I know I said that word wrong. For some reason, I can't say that word. I don't know why. Anyway, continuing on. Her commitment is hands-on, and she has travelled extensively to meet charities and beneficiaries, earning admiration for her genuine empathy and sustained involvement. Together, she and Prince Edward, the Duke of Edinburgh, represent a modern continuation of both Prince Philip's and the late Queen Elizabeth II's legacy of service. Now on to Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. Now, the Princess Royal is often described as the hardest working royal year after year, carrying out hundreds of engagements, often with little fanfare. She serves as patron for over 300 organisations, including Save the Children, of which she became president in 1970. Princess Anne's influence is marked by consistency and credibility. Many charities say her decades-long commitment has given them stability, visibility and confidence to grow. She rarely seeks publicity, yet her relentless work ensures that causes from children's welfare to sport and science receive vital attention. The late Queen Elizabeth II and Prince Philip, the Duke of Edinburgh, left behind a monumental legacy of service through their patronages. The late Queen supported over 600 charities and organisations and military associations during her reign, ranging from the British Red Cross to Cancer Research UK, while the late Prince Philip held more than 800 patronages with a particular focus on science, technology and young people. Their dedication gave these organisations unparalleled visibility and long-term stability. Many of these roles have now been passed on to King Charles III and Queen Camilla and other senior royals, ensuring continuity and reinforcing the monarchy's central role in sustaining Britain's charitable sector. Their examples set the standard for modern royal duty, a lifetime commitment to supporting causes that improve lives at home and abroad. The measurable effects of royal patronage include visibility and legitimacy. A royal patron attracts media attention and public trust. For smaller charities, this can mean survival. Up at number 2, we have fundraising power. Well, donor surveys show a direct link between royal endorsement and increased giving. The Prince's Trust alone raises 100 million annually, and it is one of the UK's largest youth charities. Up at number 3, we have convening power. Royals can bring together governments, businesses and NGOs in a way few others can. The Princess of Wales' early years coalition is a prime example. Up at number 4, we have continuancy and stability. Royal patronages often span decades, ensuring consistent support for causes that might otherwise be forgotten. And at number 5, we have global reach. From conservation to youth development, many royal projects operate internationally, contributing to global efforts for education, environment and health. Now, anti-monarchists claim that royal involvement is superficial or merely symbolic, but symbolism itself has power, and in this case, it translates directly into money, awareness, partnerships, and changed lives. Without the Prince's Trust, or the King's Trust it's now known as, 1 million young people would not have received support into educational work. Without the Duke of Edinburgh's award, millions worldwide would have missed out on opportunities to develop skills and confidence. And without royal patronage, countless charities would lose visibility, fundraising potential, and the long-term stability that royal involvement provides. To call that superficial is to ignore hard numbers, real-world outcomes, and the testimony of charities themselves.